Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel, where tonight I have a very special other new flavor from Pop Tarts, and this is the new Froot Loops Pop Tarts. Now, if you remember my recent review of the Christmas Lucky Charms, I mentioned my top 10 cereal list, and one of those on there was Froot Loops, so I was excited to see that there's a Froot Loop flavor Pop Tart. And I have to mention a couple of things here right in the beginning. Was first of all, if you check the merchandise for the Robert Dyer channel right below this video screen on the page, you will see that there is a there's actually 3 new black shirts. There was a demand for black shirts in the welcome graphic, and those black shirts are now in stock. The short sleeve, and then there's a long sleeve and a premium long sleeve, and they have on the back, just like the white one does, the Robert Dyer channel logo. So look for the new black shirts. The white shirt is still available at that very special price, the nice price, as Columbia Records used to say, for a limited time, as a thank you to my longtime subscribers who've been asking for merchandise all these years. I have that white shirt at a special price for a short time, and then you have the other shirts and phone cases for iPhone and Android. And as I mentioned in the last video, if you post, send to me on Instagram or Snapchat, and you tag me on it on Twitter or Instagram, if you show that you've got one or more pieces of Robert Dyer channel merchandise, I will give you a shout out here on the channel. And also, I want to give a shout out to my viewers again in India. Just an update: you have just moved ahead of the United Kingdom again. You are number 2 now, behind the United States this week. So thank you again to my viewers in India. Now let's take a closer look at this packaging. Let's zoom in on the packaging here. You see it says 6 designs. There's Toucan Sam himself. Limited edition Froot Loops flavor. There's the logo. And you can see him there clutching this Pop Tart. Got a red filling, it looks like, and then apparently these have graphics on the frosted part, in this case of the actual Froot Loops cereal pieces. Got 8 in the box. Images on Pop Tarts made with FD&C approved food coloring. And here we see the 6 designs: a bow tie, a spoonful of cereal. Froot Loops has glasses there in the bottom left. Toucan Sam. I'm with Sam. There he is. Put this up in front of your face while China takes all your data from the app. So here's mine out of the package. I've heated it up, and unfortunately a couple of cracks appeared when it was being heated. But I've got the bow tie one, and it's got a big blue Froot Loop there in the center. And it looks like little red Froot Loop pieces on the wings of the bow tie, and I can see through the holes there the red filling. So as I mentioned, I heated this up. It's always the age-old question: do you eat them cold or hot? I prefer them hot if possible. Now this is not going to give us the most telegenic presentation the way it has begun to crack, but it is at least still holding together for the moment here. The aroma, it's an incredibly accurate Froot Loops aroma. I think that could also be a woman's perfume. Wonderful aroma. It's one of the things that's so wonderful about Froot Loops, and I'll say Apple Jacks as a second in terms of the cereals, is that the tremendous wonderful aroma of Froot Loops and the wonderful flavor. Now, will this have the wonderful flavor? Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Well, the first thing I notice is that there is certainly a good hint of the Froot Loops flavor, but I'm noticing a similar problem to the pretzel ones I recently reviewed, in that the filling is just so thin that it's hard to get a burst of concentrated flavor out of it. Let's try to break this off so it doesn't just end up on the floor. Well, it definitely has enough of the flavor that it reminds you of the cereal. I'm going to try to get a bite here right in the center without all that crust, which does have a noticeable strong hint of salt in the crust of the Pop Tart. And I always wonder about this. Reminds me of my clip-on bow tie when I was a kid. The question about why do we still tie ties after there are clip-on ties. Imagine you're the guy that invented the clip-on tie, and you look around and you say, what is the matter with you people? I just invented the clip-on tie. You don't have to tie the tie anymore. We interrupt this program for a special report.
During today's coverage of the George Costanza hot air balloon accident, I did not refer to Mr. Costanza's former team as the New York Honkies. I simply stuttered and confused the New York Yankees and the Atlanta Hawks. Hawkies, not honkies. It was just a stutter, like Joe Biden. Why?
This has been a special report. We now return to our matinee presentation of Smokey, starring Fred McMurray, already in progress. Well, I'll say that I think this was a bit better than the pretzel one. Had a little bit more flavor than that chocolate filling did. It's still hampered by the basic dimensions of the Pop Tart, unfortunately. If this thing had more of the payload of a toaster strudel, you'd really get some explosive Froot Loops flavor. And what is that flavor? After all these years, I still haven't figured it out. I think it's cherry and pineapple and lemon and lime, orange, watermelon. It's just like you just ate the whole produce section all at once, but it's a wonderful fruit flavor. And they did translate it to the Pop Tart. You're expecting to have a crunchy texture, and you probably better eat this with milk for the best effect. And I also really thought it was a nice bonus to have all these nice designs on here. Very few Pop Tarts have that, and it's pretty impressive. I would rip them all open to try to show you this incredible Toucan Sam Pop Tart graphic, but I do try to follow my rules of not wasting food on this channel, so I'm not going to do that. I try to eat everything that I buy to review here. So having said all that, I think I'm going to go ahead and give this 4 stars. You know, it is working against the restrictions based on the flat size of the Pop-Tart, and I think that in that context they did as good of a job as they could possibly do and give you a bonus with some nice graphics on there. So definitely 4 stars. This is a must-buy if you are a fan of Froot Loops like me. But of course you're not going to beat the actual cereal, I don't think. So for right now, I hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye everybody.